Guys, Michael Furlonger here. We're finishing up the book of Ecclesiastes in this depression anxiety series. So we're going through chapter 11 and chapter 12. I think I wrote a few notes just to sum it up. If you have a Bible, take maybe an hour and just read through it. So I've been reading through the NIV version. You read whatever you want. It should be relatively the same, but that's what I'm reading. So let's start up with the book. It starts out with the rich ruler saying, "Meaningless, meaningless, everything is meaningless. Why work if I don't get to keep it?" He comes to the conclusion that we might as well eat, drink, and be happy. He says that life is a curse that God has laid upon man. He goes from saying, "Why work?" to hand it over to my kids, to "Why work if I don't have any kids or brother to hand it over to?" He goes from saying, "It's better to have never," It's better to never have lived," to "A live dog is better than a dead lion." So he's really contradicting himself. He goes back and forth, back and forth. So chapter 11, the first half of verse 9 in chapter 11 says, "You who are young, be happy while you are young, and let your heart give you joy in the days of your youth." That's chapter 11, verse 9, first half of verse 9. Then verse 10 says, "So then banish anxiety from your heart and cast off the troubles of your body, for youth and vigor are meaningless." So he's saying, let your heart give you joy in the days of youth. Then he says, youth and vigor are meaningless. So you're just like, make up your mind, guy. What's going on? Okay, so now the second half of verse 9 says, "Follow the ways of your heart, and whatever your eyes see, but know that for all these things God will bring you into judgment." That's heavy. So we've come through all the riddles. It says life is meaningless, we might as well enjoy it. Chapter 3 says God placed eternity in the hearts of men. Chapter 11, verse 9 brings home that to do what the heart wants, but we will all have to answer for it one day in judgment. And that's Jeremiah 17:9 says that the heart is deceitful, deceitfully wicked beyond a cure. So anyway, back to Ecclesiastes. Chapter 12, verse 1, "Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble come, and the years approach when you will say, 'I find no pleasure in them.'" And then it ends, chapter 12, verses 13 and 14. Now all has been heard. Here's the conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. For God will bring every deed into judgment, including every hidden thing, whether it is good or evil. So he really gives us, 11 chapters of contradictions just to come to this conclusion. So it could have saved me some time, but I enjoyed the book. I highly recommend you read it. But yeah, so I'm going to read my final conclusion here. So we often compare ourselves, but understand that our destiny is the same. We often say, "I wish I had more money, I wish I had more friends, I wish I had a car, I wish. But to sum up the book, the ruler says, do what you want, but understand that we will all have to answer for it one day. And when I think of my depression and my anxiety, this actually brings me pleasure, because my faith in Jesus Christ says that my sins, my deeds have been washed away in his blood. Again, I'm not trying to convert at you, just saying that's what I believe in. So leave a comment below, tell me what you think of this series, and I'll talk to you later. All right, bye now.